Right. What we learned in last class? Filters, right? Static filters or dynamic filters? You're giving freedom to the user or you're not giving freedom to the user? You're not giving freedom to the user, right? Whatever you created the filter, he has to use that. That's it. You given here is equal to 1998 means always he'll see the 1998 data only he's seeing it. Nowhere he has the option to modify that one from 1998 to 1999, right? So it's called as static filter. Now, as part of the static filters, we did here, let us say 7 filters we developed it. One of the filter what we developed is that is based on the using criteria column, we are developing a filter that is called as criteria column filter. It's what is that? Criteria column filter. Nothing but inside the criteria, whatever columns available, using one of those columns, we are trying to apply one or more columns using, we are applying the filter. Second is, we created a filter using subject area. Using subject area column we use and we are applying the filter that is called as subject area column filter. Then third purpose for reusability, let us say we have one filter condition. For example, you don't want to see anywhere dollars negative values, you don't want it. Then what I can do, I can create dollar should be greater than 0, like that of filter I can create it. That I can add in each and every report, I can add it. Okay, like that. Or we have, let us say, region central, east, west. But time being, you don't want to do any analysis on the west because slowly we are trying to remove our business from the west or whatever it is. Then I can go and I can apply filter only for the central and east and I can drag and drop in all the places. Or there is a possibility tomorrow I can expand my business central, east, west to south also. So I create a reusability. Tomorrow whenever my business is expanded to the south, I'll add the south also. There are some reusability is required. Then we'll go for what? Saved filter. We'll try to utilize it. If a filter is available that we need in many reports, then we'll go for saved filter. Now, next, if you want to use one report output, if you want to use as a filter condition in another report, one report output, if you need as a filter condition, then we'll go for what? Apply the filter using one report result. Okay, so one report output, if you need as a filter, one report output using as a filter in another report. That's what we did the fourth one. Then fifth one, we went for creating the filter by taking help of the variables. We know briefly the variables are 4 types available. One is called as repository variable. Second is session variable. These two things are available in the RPD. Third is presentation variable. Fourth is request variable. These two things are available inside the dashboard prompts. We don't know much about those things actually. We created yesterday's for sample static repository variable we created. That one we are trying to use as a filter condition in the report. So overall, we are aware of one point, using variable as a filter. What do you know? We can also use variable. We can use variable as a filter. We are aware of it. Using variable as a filter, we are aware of it. Next, we know how to write the SQL query. That SQL query result we are passing as a input for the filter. But however, the SQL query is what type of SQL query? Logical SQL query or physical SQL query? Logical SQL query. Because we are working in the report means what? Report speaks with the RPD. RPD means what? Logical. We give in the presentation layer subject area name. That is logical. So now using logical SQL result, using logical SQL result as a filter, we are aware of it. Using logical SQL result as a filter we learn. One more thing also we have here, I think I given as a sub point I given here, that is called as convert this filter to SQL, right? There what we did, I calculated length of the phone number is not equal to 14. Those are all things I wanted. Length of the phone number not equal to 14. Those are all things I wanted. Yesterday I calculated. So in the SQL, whatever functions available, those all functions I can use in the filter condition and I can create it. That flexibility we are getting because of this option. Convert this filter to SQL. I didn't give it as a separate filter, that is. This also has related to the SQL. That is the reason I given as a one more point in the same thing. If you want, you can take this as a one more way of applying the filter also, you can take it. But as for my notes, I given as a one of the subtopic I given. Now next we went for, if you want to apply more than one filter, instead of more than one, I can say more than two filters. More than two filters whenever you are applying and you are using and or, then automatically groups are going to be forming. As groups are forming, there is reason it is called as group filters. So we know now what you mean by group filters. All these filters, whatever we have it, as a developer, you are deciding the filter condition. As a developer, you are deciding the filter condition. Business user has no freedom. Business user has no freedom to change the report filter. Now today, I would like to give the freedom to the business user by learning what is this? Prompt. By learning what? Prompt. What you mean by prompt is a user-friendly filter or runtime filter or dynamic filter is called as prompt. What is the meaning of that one? Let us say I am trying to develop here one report. Let me open the analytics portal. Then let me sign in. I am trying to go for new, then analysis, supplier sales representative. 3 columns I am taking. One is region, district. Then I am trying to take here dollars column. Let me save this one. We are learning here 8th one, that is called as column prompt. We are learning about it. So I given the name as 08 column prompt I am giving. Now we know criteria. What is that? We are aware of it. We are aware of what? Criteria. We also aware of what is this? Results. What we don't know? We have here prompts, something we don't know that. Let me click on here prompts. Then if you go and try to see here, add the prompts for users. To whom we are adding? Business users we are adding. When we are adding this one, when they run this analysis, that means what? Runtime we are adding, right? That's what prompt is defined as, runtime filter. And it is allowing the users to modify it, right? That is the reason it is user friendly filter. And each run he has the freedom to change whatever you want, right? That's why it is called as dynamic filter. Always it is not static 1998 like that. It is a dynamic. So let us say I have here option called as plus symbol, how to create this prompt. Here if I click on this one, for me I am seeing how many things you are seeing it? Column prompt, variable prompt, image prompt, currency prompt also I am seeing it. But in our case, if we go and try to observe in our VMs, currency prompt will not be there. Currency prompt will not be there. Currency prompt I have here because I did here some extra configuration I did it. That's what I got this currency prompt. When you go for generally this currency prompt is if you are deploying your project with multi-currencies and you are also utilizing the web services to convert the price into different currencies. At that moment you will go for it. That is a big chapter actually. Okay, I am not going to touch that one at this point of time. What is the problem? Let us say India guy is opened one report. He is expecting the money to be seen in Indian rupees so that he can quickly connect to the money. A USA guy is opened the same report. He would like to see what? Same money in the dollars. But your problem is dollar value is not same every day. Dollar to rupee exchange also is not same every day. That's the reason we'll call the web services. Web services is something. Today what is the market? Today what is the market? That price it will take it will include in the calculation, it will convert it. Okay, that is a big story. We'll talk about later. So time being, anywhere, even in interviews or wherever it is, if they are asking about, let us say, what are the prompts we have it, we have to answer only 3 prompts. What are 3 prompts? Column prompt, image prompt, variable prompt. That's it. Currency prompt is you need not tell about it. Even that guy also may not be seeing that one. The multi-currency implementation projects are, in my career itself, I didn't see it. As a, to experience myself as a faculty, I am working. So I should know what is that, right? That is the reason I configured it. But really, I didn't implement it that one. Because if you observe even in your regular day-to-day life, any report you are seeing, we'll try to see in the dollars only. Even our Indian company also, they'll try to give their market, what is that? This many dollars company we used to give it, right? So dollar is the base price what we are trying to take it, most of the cases. Everyone is happy with dollar. Are you getting my point? Okay, come to the point here. We have here prompts are 3 types of prompts, basically we can say it. If you do extra configuration, we can get the currency prompt also. In that one, what is your concentration first? I want to learn column prompt. In the name itself, we have column prompt. That means what? You are applying prompt using column. You are applying prompt using column. On which column we want to apply? Region, district, DAR. These 3 things, why it is appearing here? Because these 3 things we have in the criteria. That's what those 3 things are appearing. If you don't like these 3 things, if you want to go for more columns, you can go to the more columns and it shows you the subject area from where you taken this region, district, dollars. Now, time being, I would like to go with the region only. I would like to go with, let us say I am selecting a region. I selected the region. Now, we got one window. This window is known as new prompt window. Prompt for the column. Which column it is prompting? Region column. It is a label. Whatever you want label, you can go and you can write it. Suppose I am writing a custom label. Select region. Please select region. So I am giving a proper information. Man, you have to select the region here like that. Next, description. Okay. Region values central, east, west. Select region values. Select region value central or east or west. That's what my business is available as some description. Operator, we have the freedom in operator. If you observe here, is ranked, equal to, greater than, these all things are available. The list whatever you are seeing, right? The list whatever you are seeing, right? Let me go for, okay. Let me go for, let us say column prompt, dollars I am taking. Now observe the list. Is it changed or it's same? Changed, right? It is changed. If you want, I can show you one more time. Whatever we have the region, I can edit. I can show the list. Do I have here? Do I have here? Is in top. Is in top. Do we have it? No. But whereas whenever I am applying the filter on the prompt on the dollars column, now are you seeing the option called as is in top? Yes. So based on the data type of the column, the option, operators whatever will come will be changes. Operators what will come will be changes. Okay, for example, now we understand this one. Let us say you can give whatever you want, you can give it. Let us say I am giving it is greater than or something. Click on OK. Let it be. I'm applying the filter on one more thing that is called as more columns. Then I am trying to take here a column called as this one. What is this column? You are aware of it. What is the data type? Date. So I am trying to observe on the date. Now see here, these options again changed or not? Again changed it. And user input, what way you want to provide? Calendar. Calendar means what? Let us say if I click on OK, if you preview it. In case of region, we got the drop down. In case of dollars, what is this? Text box, we got it. In case of this one, we got what is this? Calendar symbol, we got it. So the options whatever available, which will be changes based on the data type, Okay, we understand that point. Based on the data type, we'll get the different options. Time being, I am trying to delete this one, even delete this one. I would like to work with region. So region operators we understand. Next is what? User input. We have here choice list, text field. These are the options. Even this user input also changes based on the data type. Previously we saw in the same place calendar, right? Calendar. That will changes based on the data type. So for example, now I am trying to click on here OK. Then click on here preview. Then let me select here some value called as central. Now what data I am expecting? Central data. Suppose I am closing this one, again preview. Then I am selecting here central east. Then OK. Now what you are seeing? Central and east. For example, I am saving this one. This preview means what? How customer is going to see my report. That's what the preview. Okay, let me go here. Let me log in as a customer. Let me go here. Let me log in as a customer. I think we created one user last class, right? Okay, Lavanya user we created. Okay, the password as RR capital, ITEC small 123. Now where you saved our report? In the catalog, in the shared folders, in B160 folder we saved it. Inside the B160 folder, our report name is 08 column prompt. Now Lavanya is a customer, she is trying to open this. The moment she is opening, we are getting a result, or it is asking what data you want to see it, like that. Asking what data you want to see. Can I call it as a user friendly filter now? User friendly. User is selecting whatever he or she want. And this time she is running, she can select the central. Next time she can select something else also. So it is a dynamic filter. And it is runtime, it is appearing, it is called as runtime filter. That's what our definition is came as. What is this? User friendly runtime or dynamic filter is called as prompt. Okay, now I am trying to select here some values. I want here east and west. Click on here OK. We are able to see east and west. So that's what it's called as runtime filters. Let me log out. I am trying to log in as my admin user WebLogic. I am trying to log in. Let me navigate to the same report. We have here same report. Click on edit. We are in the edit page of this one. Okay, excellent. Let me navigate to the some other options. Let me edit. Now we are aware of whatever we are seeing here. I want here radio buttons. I want it. What I can do? Radio buttons, I can select it. Then preview. Then we are seeing what? Radio buttons, we are seeing it. Radio buttons, we are seeing it. Click on OK. We are able to see that data. Now next options. Let's say click on edit. Expand these options. Now in the bottom we are seeing here. Let me select here choice list. That is the default one. Now we are seeing all column values we are seeing, right? All column values we are seeing. What are the other options we have it? We have here specific column values. Specific column values. Suppose my business as of now available only central and east only. Or my business analyst want to analyze only central and east only. Then what I can select here? Specific column values. Then click on this plus symbol. I can involve only central and east only. I can involve it. Central and east only I can involve it. Now we have here central and east we have it. Let us go and try to click on here OK. Now in the bottom, whatever we have here OK, try to click on that OK. It's not going. Okay, we have OK, then we are trying to click on here OK. Now let us say click on the preview. Now what are the values you are seeing in the drop down? Central and east only we are seeing it. Okay, that's fine. Let us go and try to click on edit. If you are good with the SQL, even you can write here SQL also you can write it. Suppose we are seeing as region from this table. Okay, for example, I am writing here Control C, then union, Control V. In place of the region, I am writing here, for example, it is sales district or district, sir? What is the column name? District. Okay, then let me write here district, then click on here OK, then preview. Now you can see what are the values you are seeing. Even district values also are seeing or not, because what you given over there, union means region column values plus district column values. You can go and you can write like that SQL also you can write it what to display inside the drop down. Now I am going as of now default values, that is called as all column values. Now let us say I am going for include all column value choice in the list. What is the use of this one? What is the use of that one? If you go and try to click on here OK, for example preview, here luckily I have 3 values only. If it is a prompt is on the state column, our country is USA, then how many values you can expect? 50 values. 50 values one by one I have to select. 50 values I have to select means very difficult or not? Very difficult. Instead of that one, if I am able to provide here all column values option, then it will be very good. How we can do that? You can do that one, click on edit. There is an option called as, what is this? Include all column value choice in the list. If I select that one, okay. Now click on the preview. If I select here all column values, the moment I selected all column values, what happened? We are getting all. Click on OK. Now we are able to see all. And click on here edit. Now, if you go and try to observe next one, enable user to select what? Multiple values. For example, I am trying to disable that one. Okay. Now click on preview. Will I able to select here multiple values? No. Any one value only I am able to select it. That's what that option is doing it. Next option, that is nothing but called as single selection or multiple selection. There are some particular columns are available. In case gender, on gender we are providing the prompt. We have to allow only single selection. We have to allow it. Okay, we are applying the prompt on the, let us say, products. We have to allow multiple selection. We have to allow it. Based on the requirement, we are going to choose single selection or multiple selections. We are going to select it. Now click on edit. Next is what? Enable user to type the values. Let me select it. You know, we are applying the jobs in the DICE or Naukri or Monster or whatever it is. We used to have one extra thing. They will provide one drop down to select the whatever skills are available. Bottom they will give any other skill. One text box they will provide it. Because you may have a skill which is not available in the drop down. It may be your project specific tool, one tool you developed it. Okay, that is the reason they have it. Similarly, type the values also doing similar job. Click on the preview. I can go and I can type from a keyboard. From my keyboard also I can go and I can type it. Previously what? It is allowing only to select from the drop down. It is not allowed to select, it is not allowed to type the values from the keyboard. Right. So that's what the functionality, whatever we have it. Next one, require user input. If you see here, let us say I am trying to preview. I am not selecting anything. Simply if I click on OK, we are going to get all the data. Let us say now I am going here, then I am trying to select require user input. Then click on OK, then preview. Now OK button is enabled or disabled? Did you get any extra thing here? Star. Star means what? It is a mandatory filter. You have to provide the input from your hand. Let us say if I select here value central, then OK, now we are able to see the central. Now we are able to see the central corresponding data. OK, that point is very clear. Next, we have here limit values by. Limit values by. Let us say I am selecting here limit values by. What is the use of this one? Let me explain better. If I take one more prompt, I can explain better. Let me take prompt on the district. Now how many prompts are available? Two column prompts are available under prompts page. Inside one prompts page, I have how many prompts? 2 column prompts are available. Okay, right. If you want, let us say, what is this you are seeing here? Page 1 we are seeing here. Page 1. In the page 1 we have 2 prompts are available. Now let us go for preview. Now I am trying to select here region is equal to central. Now in the district, what you are expecting? Central corresponding districts or all the districts? Ideally central corresponding districts only, but you are going to get here all the districts. Even if I select here null also, you will get all the districts. That means what? Whatever you selected here, that is not going as a filter for this one. What way query system has to write is select district from so and so table where region is equal to user what is selected. Where region is equal to what user selected, right? But query is not writing like that. That means district SQL query is not depending on the region what I selected. In order to make that kind of dependency, what you have to do it? You have to do here, go here, then try to select limit values by the column called as, sorry, I selected region column. I would select what? District. Click on edit, then go to the options, then limit values by, we have to select here, what is this? Please select region. Now I selected that one. Okay. Now click on the preview. Now observe, if I am selecting the east, then you can observe east related things only we are seeing or not. If I select here, let us say null, you won't see anything here, because null is not mapped to any district. If I select here, let us say west, then we are seeing what? West corresponding thing we are seeing it. West corresponding thing we are seeing it. Anyhow, I come across the null, right? Null, right? If I want to avoid the null, what you can do it? We have n number of ways to do it. Previously I shown SQL query, right? There you can write region is not null, district is not null, we can write it. That is the one way. And one more way, if you go and try to observe your administration tool, open RPD in online, RRITEC123, sorry, admin 123. Here in the physical layer, if you observe any one column, let us say phone number or region, whatever column, we are seeing here one option. What is this? But it is disabled because I opened what? Alias. That's what it is, disabled. I have to open what? Original table. The original table is this one. Then region. What is this? Nullable. What is the meaning of nullable? If you go to the help here, in the help you can observe. Can you read this paragraph? Indicates whether null values are allowed for the column. If null values can exist in the underlying table, you need to select this option. This allows null values to be returned to the user, which is expected with certain functions and with outer join. It is generally safe to change a non-nullable value to a nullable value in a physical column. What is the meaning? Simple. In the table, underlying table, we have the null. That you want to see it. Then you have to select what? Nullable option. You don't want to see it, then don't check that one. That's it. This is one of the question in interview. What is the advantage of nullable in the physical layer and physical column? In physical column, we have what? Nullable option is available. What is the use of that one? What is the use? If you want nulls from the database to reporting system or not. If you want it, select it. If you don't want it, don't select it. Please write it somewhere. Nullable. Nullable in physical layer, physical column. Nullable in physical layer, physical column. Useful to decide. Useful to decide. Allow or disallow nulls. Allow or disallow nulls. Allow or disallow nulls. Okay, that is clear. Now we understand that point. Let me go here and I am trying to close this. Let me click on here. District. I don't want the district. I am deleting it. Now I am not interested in the district. I am deleting it. And we understand here the same concept. If you go to the Cognos, it is called as cascading prompts. One prompt is depending on another prompt. It is called as what? Cascading prompts. If you go to the SAP business object, then it is called as cascading list of values. Cascading list of values. One prompt, whatever it is displaying, it is called as one list of value. That is called as list of cascading list of values. Cascading list of values. In the Tableau, the same thing we are going to say as in the Tableau, same thing we can go on, we can say as referred values. Okay, you'll see in this one, let us go and try to open. This is the Tableau. Okay, I am trying to access some tables. Let us assume like EMP table and DEP table. I am accessing it. Then I am trying to go for sheet 1. This is the report what I am trying to develop it. Then I am trying to drag and drop D name. Then I am trying to drag and drop EMP number. Then I am trying to drag and drop E name. EMP number is not a measure. It is available as a measure. Let me convert that as a dimension. Then try to drag and drop it. Okay. Now I am trying to take here salary column. On the D name column, I am trying to provide here what is this? Show filter. On the E name column also I am trying to provide here show filter. Now how many prompts we have here? How many prompts we have here? 2 prompts. If I go and try to select here, let us say accounting, is it changing here? If I select here research, is it changing here? No, it has to change. Then what I have to do? Then I have to go here. There is an option is available. That option I am not able to access because of this. Okay, let me try in this way. So here we have one down arrow mark, right? The down arrow mark. There is an option. What is this? Only relevant values. Relevant values to aligned with my selection. Relevant values with respect to what? My selection. Let me select this option. Then observe here. If I select here sales, then sales related we are seeing or not? If I select here accounting also, both the things related. That's what this cascading prompts option is very famous. Almost all the reporting tools we can go and you can see it. But only terminology will be changes. Yeah, wherever you go, BA published also it is available. Wherever you go, it is there, this option. Because one prompt has to depend on another prompt means you have to go for this option. So here we are calling it as, in Tableau, we are calling it as what? Relevant values. Okay, in Power BI also we'll call it as relevant values. Okay, Power BI also one of the reporting tool. Okay. And unfortunately or fortunately, these two things are comparatively simple than our OBIEE. At the same time, enterprise deployment meaning we have thousands of tables. Okay, we have many tables are available at that moment. OBIEE is a good one. Small implementations purpose, these are the things which are good one. Because one major difference, major drawback in both the tools, this is Microsoft guy, this is Tableau guy only. What is the major drawback in these two tools comparatively our OBIEE is there is no RPD. There is no RPD. In OBIEE, if I want to develop the report, what you are doing? First database to RPD development, that is semantic layer we are developing. From semantic layer to reports we are developing it. But here there is no RPD. Just now I developed one report, right? How I developed it? Just I taken whatever tables I want for that report. And I created a joins over itself, then I am trying to develop the report. So there is no common data model. But in our case, what happened? A number of reports you are developing using our common data model that is called as RPD. In Tableau, that kind of common data model is not there. Same thing in Power BI also. If you go to the Power BI, I can develop there also. Simply I can develop a report without taking any RPD kind of concept. Without taking any RPD kind of concept. Okay, let us say, just if you have understanding and other tools also, at least very high level, that will be very good, right? Let me open one report, will develop it similar to the Tableau how we developed it. This is what the Power BI desktop how it looks like. I want to get the data. Click on what? Get data. Then we got here, you want to get the data from where? Which database? Okay, and which Azure or online services or any other things, whatever you have it. Let us say it's Spark or Hadoop file, anything. Okay, now if you go for here, in my case I want to go with the Excel. Let us say Excel I have the SCOT data. In the SCOT data we know 3 tables are available. I want at this point of time these 2 tables I want it. Then click on what? Load. Then those 2 tables will appear here, EMP creating the connection, the model. Okay, now those 2 things are appearing here. Now I want here dname column, select it, that is appearing here. If I want, let us say from the EMP table, I want here ename, that is appearing here. I want here salary column, that is appearing here. Are you getting my point? Very simply developing the report or not? Are you seeing anywhere RPD concept here? Semantic layer concept here? No. That is the major difference. Are you getting my point? Quickly, just like that, you can develop the report in Power BI and Tableau. However, as I said earlier, for simple implementations, this is very good. For enterprise implementations means what? We have the HR department, finance department, supply chain department, procurement department, a number of departments we have it. Anyone asking any question, we should be able to provide the report. Enterprise means all the people you have to support it. That kind of platform you have to design means OBIEE will be very good. Because if I want to join, let us say 100 tables I want to join here. 100 tables I want to join here. Do you think like this space whatever we have here, will it looks good? No, not at all. Okay, right. So you people understand finally one point. We came to here by seeing the word. The word is called as what? Cascading list of values or limited values we used to call in our OBIEE. What is that? Limited values in our OBIEE. Let me edit. Next we have here autofill all column values none. By default what is filling? None. Okay, first available value, these are the options whatever available, you can select it. Now default selection, Did you remember yesterday we have here one server variable we created? What is the name of the server variable? What is the name of the server variable? B160 underscore max year you developed, right? So that one I want to pass as a default value. I can go and I can pass it. What is the value you are seeing? 1999. If you want to pass default value as your server variable as a default value, you can do that. Sometimes people used to ask like, hey, whenever I open dashboard, I want to see whatever max year is available, that data only I want to see by default. Or whenever dashboard is opened, I am belongs to whichever country, that country data only I want it. Whenever I opened it, I am belongs to whichever skill set, the skill set corresponding job positions only I want to see it. Then how we are going to do it? We'll write one SQL query to calculate this user corresponding skill set first. The skill set will store into the variable. That variable will use as a default value. That variable will use as a default value. These are the three steps what we are going to do it. First we'll write what? SQL query to calculate this user corresponding skill set is what? That result of the SQL query will pass to a variable. That variable will pass to a default value. Right. Yesterday we did only static repository variable. Beside that, what is there? Dynamic repository variable. Dynamic repository variable means what? We have to write a SQL query or not? We are going to write the SQL query. Down the line we are going to see it. Okay, at this point of time, we are aware of it. We can pass a variable value as a default value. If you want to pass a constant value, you can go and you can do it specific value. The specific value I want to pass as central, I want to pass it. One constant value. Central is what now? It is a constant value you want to pass as a default, you can pass it. Okay, these are the options whatever we have here. Now, anything else? In the bottom we have one more option. One more option, what is this? Set a variable. Set a variable. For example, let me keep here this as normal. Let us say none I am keeping. Default value is none. Now set a variable. User is selecting something, right? Let us say user is selecting central or user is selecting east, whatever is selecting here, central. The central whatever is selected, I want the column title is that one. Means what? You selected central. You are booking movie. Then what will happen? In the page one, they will ask you to which movie you want it. You selected ABC movie. In the second page, what will happen? Hey, you selected ABC movie. These are the theaters available. You selected the theater. Then in the next page, in the same page, it is going to ask you timings also. In the next page, it go for the payment. In the payment page also, it is going to show you some kind of header, which movie is selected, which theater is selected, what timings is selected. For that, we are paying this amount. So whatever user is selecting, that is carrying forward or not. If I want to carry forward, based on that one I want to do something else, then what I have to do? That's where if I want to carry forward that information whatever is selected, I have to store somewhere. Where you are going to store it? That I am going to store into one variable called as presentation variable. Now what is the use of this presentation variable? To store user whatever is selected. To store user whatever is selected. Now let us say I am giving simply the name as PV, presentation variable, and I written capital letter or small letter? Capital letter, because this presentation variable is case sensitive. Yesterday whatever you did, the repository variable is not case sensitive, but this presentation variable is what? Case sensitive. Now I am trying to click on here OK. Now there is a option in the results. There we have an option. What is this? Title. In the title, I am clicking on the edit. By default, what is showing here? Saved name. Saved name means inside our catalog. Catalog is available where? In our hard disk or not? Catalog is available where? In our hard disk. In our hard disk catalog, whatever we have it, let us go and try to see. This is where our catalog is available, right? Can you tell me the location? Catalog location I want it. Can you tell me? Oracle, tell me. Very difficult. BAWE, next. User projects, next. Domains, BI, BA data, metadata, service instance, SSI, metadata, then content, catalog, your catalog. Today we created, we created some folder B160, and today we created one report. That report you can see it. What is the report name? 08 column prompt. That means this is storing where? In our hard disk only or not? That is called as saved name. That is called as saved name. But I am not happy with the saved name. I am not happy with the saved name. That's what I am unchecking here. I want separately display name. I want separately. Then what I want is you selected region. You selected region. This is my comment line. This is my comment line. Whatever I provide here, it is my comment line. Now, I want to call the presentation variable, right? That has one syntax. I'll talk more about the syntax later. At this point of time, what is syntax is @ flower bracket. Now, what is the name of the variable? PV. Close the flower bracket. Close the flower bracket. Click on done. Now let us go and try to preview it. I am trying to preview. I am selecting the value as central. Okay. Now what you are seeing, sir? Here why you got the central? Because I called the presentation variable. Now you know what you did? You did the dynamic title. You did the dynamic title. Whatever user selected, that's what is showing a title. You can design now movie platform then. Yes, you can design it or not. 3 pages you can construct here and you can design that movie platform. Right? 3 prompts. That's it. In each page, 1 prompt we are going to take it, and 3 prompts you can create it. Okay. Come to the point here. Let us say I want here, can I store multiple values inside the presentation variable? Can I store multiple values inside the presentation variable? First, let me enable the multiple values. Then we'll try to test that one. Now I am trying to click on preview. Let me select here 2 values. If I click on OK, what you are seeing here? Now answer it. Can I store multiple values in the presentation variable? It is somewhat opposite to our logical thinking. Did you see anywhere in C language or C++ anywhere A is equal to 10, 20? No, never. But your presentation variable can store multiple values. However, one star mark is applied here. This one, in turn, if you are using inside the calculations or inside the filters, it is a problem. For display purpose, it is okay. Because in the calculations you have to pass means how you have to pass it? Single code central, single code east also, right? The single codes are not going. Are you getting my point? System is now what it is doing backend is central comma east is blindly treating as only one value. Though for you it is 2 values, variable is treating this as what? 1 value only. Central comma east. Each character. Comma also one character. Normal character. It's not a separation values like that. For with respect to the variable I am talking about. Are you getting my point? Okay. So you can use for the display, but not for to do further calculations. If you use further calculations, it's going to throw error. Okay. Now we are clear about one point that is called as whatever these points I given. Now walk through these points once. We developed this report. Then we went for what? We developed region, and we know what is the meaning of limited values. We know what is the meaning of all column values. We know what is the meaning of enable user to select multiple values. We know what is the meaning of typing from the keyboard. We know what is the required user input, mandated filters, default selections. We know, even we can pass what repository and session variables. We can pass it. We passed as of now repository variable, and we got chance to see it. Then scenario, use user input as the title of the report, display the dynamic title. We are aware of it. We displayed it. Anything else?
Mr. Ramar,
Yeah.
I have logged into Tableau class, but this is, I think, is OB12 class.
Yeah, Tableau also will start. Wait for another 5 minutes.
Okay, so I have to log out this.
No, same bridge. You can stay, no problem. You can stay. You can stay like that.
Okay.
Now next one is available here. What is this? Image filter prompt to a request. So what is the problem here I am seeing is, what is the problem I am seeing here is, whenever I click on the preview, I am seeing the test. I don't want test here. I want here objects like, for example, here I want one object that is called as t-shirt. I want what? T-shirt. Then I want here one object called as trouser. Here I want one object called as pen. Here I want one object called as pencil. Here I want one object called as book. Whenever I clicked on the preview running, I want what image objects I wanted. If I click on the pen, then I should get what pen corresponding data. If I click on the pencil, I should get what pencil corresponding data. Instead of providing the text, I can provide what the images. Based on that, I want to navigate it. Or you are trying to run it, I want to see globe. In the globe, if I click on the India, then I should see what? India data. If I click on the USA, then I should see what? USA data. That kind of thing we can develop by taking advantage of what is this? Image prompt. By taking advantage of what? Image prompt. This one we'll try to see in tomorrow's class. Am I clear? Today what we learned? Column prompt we learned today. Okay, please try to learn that one. Tomorrow we'll see the image prompt. Thank you.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Instead of getting data from the Oracle database, can you get the data from Excel spreadsheet to create report in OBIEE?
You can get it. We have that nodes, right? Even if you go and try to see my 11G nodes, you go and try to see 11, as you have the 11G VM only you have with you, right?
Yeah.
You see in the 11G nodes, we can see the physical layer. The physical layer note 1 is available. Note 1. The note 1, what is the question? Is OBIEE supports multiple databases? Answer is yes. OBIEE has no limitation. To do this, import Excel metadata into RPD. We create one MS Excel database with two tables. One is EMP table, second is DEP table. Then we created the ODBC connection to access this Excel. Then we are trying to import these two tables we imported. Then we have to move into the BMM presentation and develop the report.
So without RPD, is it possible? It has to go
without
through RPD.
RPD also possible. Without RPD also possible. If you go and try to see here, there is a new analysis. Here what it's showing here, these are subject areas.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what
Yeah.
MS Excel.
Yeah.
If you click on that MS Excel, then it is going to show you Excel, all the columns it is going to show it.
So you have to upload it to the server.
Yeah, we have to
Excel
upload
spreadsheet?
it to the server. That will
Oh.
cover anyhow. How to do it without RPD, we'll try to cover it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.